It was really the speed. I mean, in high school we played fast, but in college when I got here, the games were more faster and more physical. I mean, we all soonly adjusted to it, but coming in right off the back, that was the most biggest thing that I had to work on.
You talked about delegating last year, kind of Colin's role on this team. You've always been the guy wherever you've been before. Does that kind of help that you can kind of take more of a leadership role this year and not have to maybe play second fiddle to somebody else?
Yeah, it helps. It helps a little bit, but even if I did have to take second field, I wouldn't mind doing it again. And again, that's just the type of person I am, the type of player. Whatever it takes for my team to win, I'll do it. And coming in with the younger guys, even that I know most of them like that, like Deontay and Kyra coming from where I'm from, it's just good to help them and let them know what to expect. As me being one of the older guys, and Herb helps them a lot. So I mean, whatever it takes for the team to win, I think everybody on the team willing to do it.
It says a lot that you and Herb are sophomore, second year guys that are here, in Birmingham representing the team. How much are y'all placing on yourselves to be the guys this year that elevate Alabama to where you want it?
We elevate that a lot, but I mean we know we got teammates that's gonna always have our back. We got a lot of veterans, like Coach Avery said. We got guys 21, 22, even 23. So I mean, it's a lot of load on me and her back, but we know we got guys that's gonna pick some of it up and help us out.
John, what are some of the things you did this summer to get better?
I worked a lot on my strength, ball handling, and I just took time off just to really think about it and get my mind together, my thoughts together, and just get the mental part of the game right.
What do you tell the younger players coming in college basketball?
I tell them when they coming in that I mean it's a game. It's a lot. It's 30-some games, and it's a game of runs. I told them it's gonna be ups, it's gonna be downs, but you just gotta keep your head, maintain your composure, and just keep pushing.
You went to the Nike camp, right?
Yes, sir.
I love Arkansas. So I want to ask you about Daniel Gafford. Did you get to hang around with him much? Just what do you think of him? What do you think of his game for a guy his size?
Daniel, he was a tremendous player. Actually, Daniel was on my team down there when we split up and did 5-on-5. I mean, he's a freakish athlete. He's one of a kind at his position because he can do a lot. So Daniel, he's a special player.
What impressed you about him?
What impresses me about him is how well he can move. To be 6'11", almost 7 feet, he can shoot the ball. He protected the rim. He just did just about it all. Like he looked like another Anthony Davis out there. So I mean, like I said, he's a special player.
I guess he could have been a pretty high draft pick when he came back. What do you think about that? How big is that for Arkansas?
I mean, it's gonna be real big for Arkansas because I mean, he's a special player. Like I said once before. So I mean, that's gonna bring a lot back to them, and including what they already had. So I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun this year in the SEC.
Did you guys talk much about playing against each other and stuff?
Nah, not really. We didn't really talk much about playing against each other. I mean, we brought it up a couple times, but it was mostly just everyone out in LA trying to have fun and play some basketball.
I want to ask you about another point. Chris Silver.
Yeah, he was a great player. I mean, he did good things. He played hard. We played against them, even though we only played him once. But yeah, it was fun to play against him.
What impressed you about him?
What impressed me about him how strong and how hard he played. I mean, he attacked the offensive glass, defensive glass hard. He finished shots around the rim. He had a nice touch for his size, and I mean, like I said once before, it's gonna be real tough and fun in the SEC this year.
And John, you were always a big game player in high school. You, of course, beat St. Anthony's your senior year in New Jersey, and then out in Springfield, Massachusetts, you were, and of course, won state title. You played a great game against Virginia Tech, had 20-plus points, and then you guys lost to the national champion. How much confidence did it give you and the guys in kind of having success in the NCAA tournament and trying to build on that this year?
It gave us a lot of confidence. It just let us know where we could have been at and let us know where we were peaking at. So after that loss, everyone came back. We watched film. Everyone reminisced. We took some time off to think about it. Everyone reminisced on what we could do better. And everybody just got in the gym and worked. And ever since then, everybody's foot been on the gas. So like I said, it's going to be a great year coming for Alabama this year.
John, what gives you confidence that if you could lose a guy like Colin as a lottery pick and still be a better team this year?
What gives me confidence is that the guys we have, the veterans, even though we lost Colin, we had almost 8, 9 guys that came back that was in the star rotation. So I mean, Colin helped us a lot last year, but we got some more players coming in like Kyra Lewis with the same skill set as Colin, the speed, he can shoot the ball, and we got a big guy from Mississippi, Javen Fleming, who has a nice inside game, plus our veterans. So we were just gonna try to wrap that all around together and do something positive.
You're seeing a lot more guys, bigger guys, powerful centers taking shots away from the paint. How much stress does that put on the defense and guys like you go out the door?
It puts a lot of stress on defense. I mean, when you got a guy who's 6'11", who you don't know if he's gonna post you up, if you don't know if he's gonna step out and shoot. I mean, that's a blessing for an offense, but it's a nightmare for a defense. So I mean, when you got someone like that, it puts a lot of stress on defense.
John, did you get a chance to talk to the scouts after the game, or you just watch?
They was able to just watch. I mean, we shook their hand after, told them thanks for coming, but no one really talked to them.
What Coach Avery tell you about pro?
We haven't even talked about it yet. I mean, he told us he was getting his summaries together for us, so we haven't discussed it.
Hey, John, you had some very good battles last year with Texas A&M. The front court's gone, but that back court's still, talk a little bit about just Admon Gilbert, what he brings to the team, and what's it like to be there.
Oh, Admon Gilder, it's a close friend of mine. I mean, and AJ's, I met him through AJ, but he was a great competitor. I mean, he came in with a physical presence. He shot the ball well. We played against them, even though he didn't play the first time we played him at Alabama. But the second time when he played against him, he shot the ball well. He did. He played defense. I mean, and he helped him a lot. So he's gonna be a great player.
I know that Alabama and A&M kind of have some really cool history after last year,
Mm-hmm.
Especially that last SEC
Mm-hmm.
game. Sexton and TJ Starks kind of got
Yeah.
into it a little bit. That's going to be kind of fun, but what is it like playing against a guy like Starks?
It was fun. I like those type of matchups. A guy who comes in with a feisty attitude and just likes to get at it. I mean, those type of games I like to play in, and him and Callahan went at it real tough. The SEC tournament game when they played against each other, that was a great matchup. So I mean, a guy like him is a guy you want to have on your team because he's always coming to the fight. So I mean, he was great. He was a great player in that sequence.
One last question regarding your team. You got the young guy, the 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I guess as an elder spokesman, so to speak. What kind of advice are you giving him as he prepares to get his college career?
I tell him every day because, I mean, before he got here, he used to ask me what was it like. And I told him it really wasn't that hard if you really thought about it. But if you just took your time, slowed the game down in your head, and really thought about it, it'll be easier than you really is. So as he get here, we practice, we scrimmage a lot. He's starting to figure out if I really just slow it down, it's really not that hard. So I tell him that it's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be things not going your way. It's going to be nice when you don't make shots. It's going to be nice when you do make shots. But I told him you just got to keep the same mindset and keep working hard.
John, Coach Johnson said that you considered putting your name in the draft this year. What, if you would, what was your thinking and ultimately not doing?
I mean, I had talks with him. I had talks with Mom, and I feel like I had a lot of more places to improve in. Because after Pro Day, I feel like I wasn't at my best ability. Like I said, I had a lot of problems going on last year. So, I mean, I feel like I can come back, get stronger, get my mind more stronger. I can do things differently than I did last year. I can shoot the ball better. So it was just a lot that I put into that to make that decision.
How long did you think it over?
Oh, I thought it over for a minute, probably a couple months. Because after season over, we had a couple months off before, and then everybody was just putting their name in the draft. And over that time period, I was just thinking.
Did it make it tougher seeing a lot of the guys that you ran around with on the deal circuit being one and done? Did you feel like maybe you didn't do enough? Did that make it tougher?
Nah, not really. It really didn't make it tough because most of the guys that I ran around with, I already knew was gonna be one and done. Like Wendell, Michael Porter, Trey Young. I already knew those guys was gonna go. So, I mean, I really was just focusing on myself, just really thinking hard about it, and me and Moms came up with the answer.
So many guys put their names in and then came back
Yeah.
to school. How much more competitive do you think it's going to be with those guys back?
It's gonna,
For a lot of teams.
yeah, it's gonna be real competitive. Like I was saying earlier, the SEC is gonna be, it's gonna be a dogfight this year. So I mean, I feel like all the teams coming in, practicing hard, and especially ours, and getting ready for the dogfight in the battle.
What do you mean by dog fight?
Because it's a lot of teams that got some great recruiting in, or it's some teams that got most of their players back. So, I mean, everyone pretty much going to know how everyone play now since most teams got everyone back. So, like I said, it's going to be battle of who can execute the best. Who was first? Oh, expectations for them. I mean, I know Kentucky is Kentucky. They always have a decent season or a great season. So, I mean, me and my guys is going to come out and compete the best we can, even though we got a couple young guys that we need to teach up and stuff. So, I mean, it's going to be fun to watch.
What do you remember about playing them last year? Kentucky.
I remember playing them last year at Rupp. I remember when we was in a game, and then Rupp exploded, and they seen that we were out of the game. So, I mean, that was my first time ever playing in Rupp Arena, and it was amazing. But, I mean, this year, I mean, it was just because what really made it amazing when we first got in there, it really wasn't that many people in there. Like, when we were warming up, so I'm thinking, like, oh, ain't nobody really going to come to the game. So we went back in the locker room, came back out, it was full. Like, no seats left. And I was like, wow. And then the game started, and they started getting on runs, and it got so loud, like you couldn't hear anything. And it was just like, that's crazy.
What are y'all's kind of expectations? A lot of people are going to talk about what y'all, losing Colin and everything, and this is not a guy. What are y'all's?
Our expectation is just to be the best we can. Of course, we try to make it back to the NCAA tournament. Of course, we want to win games. Of course, we want to be SEC champ. But our goal is just to be the best people and the best players we can on the court. Be coachable to Coach Avery and just do whatever he said, because we know he wouldn't tell us nothing wrong. So I mean, expectations are always high. Even with the new guys coming in, we expect them to be the best they can and do the best they can. So I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Is there a little extra motivation to kind of prove people that you guys can sustain it?
Absolutely. I mean, losing Colin was a tough loss. I mean, but I feel like we got players that can put a combination together and help us just as well as he did.
How much do you think you guys were perceived last year as a one-man team? Colin and then, fill out the roster. Or am I wrong about that?
I wouldn't say necessarily a one-man team. I mean, Colin carried most of the load, but I mean, I feel like we had other players that contributed and also helped him win games as well.
Who do you think is most likely to fill some of those roles? Scoring, point guard,
I mean, we got a lot. I mean, we got most of our players back. We got Herbert Jones back. We got me, Galen Smith, Dante Hall back, Avery Johnson Jr., Dazon Ingram, and then we also got Riley Norris back, who was injured last year, one of our big-time vets, and then we got Tevin Mack, who's coming in, who's going to carry a lot of the load of scoring because, I mean, tremendous scorer, three-point specialist. So, I mean, I feel like we got some guys that's gonna hold their own and that's gonna do just as well as everyone else.
Coach Johnson has an extensive background but he's been in college level now. You've been with him a couple of years. Any noticeable differences in his coaching style and just how he approaches the college game now that you've seen here? You've been with him a couple of years.
I mean, he approaches the game. He approaches every game the same. He tries to do his same routine. He always comes in with the killer mentality. I feel like that's how he always been. So I never watched any of his games where he coached or played in the NBA. I really never watched, so I really couldn't compare the difference. But I mean, the way he come in at college, I feel like that's the way he did in the NBA. I mean, and he comes in head on. He comes in hard. And every team, the scout reports to the plays and everything he does, just it feel like it's the NBA type thing. So I feel like that's probably what he did back then too.